Good afternoon, friends. Once again, welcome to this UPSC Current Affairs Decoding Emerging Current Issues lecture series. Today is 2 February 2022, and in this lecture series, in today's lecture, we will discuss the budget. Okay. Yesterday, the budget was presented by Ministry of Finance in the Parliament. I will try to discuss the major highlights of this budget, which is very important for the general studies exam in the UPSC. So good afternoon once again to this UPSC Current Affairs lecture series. In this Decoding Emerging Lectures Current Issues lecture series, today we will discuss important features of the budget. Okay, yesterday the budget was discussed and tabled in the Parliament by the Finance Ministry. So in this discussion today, we will discuss the budget, and also we will try to discuss what is digital currency. Okay, and to download PDF. To download PDF, you can join the Telegram channel of Aakar, UPSC and MPSC. Okay, let's start with the issue of the Union Budget 2022 and 23. Okay. See, the key highlights of the budget are, or the key pillars of the budget that has been given by the Finance Ministry is that PM Gati Shakti, inclusive development, productivity enhancement and investment and sunrise opportunities, energy transition and climate change. And last pillar is financing of the investment. So these are the main pillars, or you can say main priorities of the Union Budget 2022 and 23. Okay, now let us try to discuss these pillars one by one. So first is PM Gati Shakti. This PM Gati Shakti scheme, it aims to target to cut the logistic cost, increase cargo handling capacity, reduce turnaround time. Okay. Also, it will bring ministries including railways, roadways together for integrated planning and coordinated implementation of infrastructure connectivity projects. Okay, so this PM Gati Shakti pillar of the budget forms one of the very significant part, okay, for boosting our economic growth, for providing the momentum to the economic growth. And it's 7 drivers which are there for the PM Gati Shakti, or which will be driving this PM Gati Shakti scheme will be roads, railways, airports, waterways, transport, ports, and logistic infrastructure. Okay, so very significant pillar of this budget is PM Gati Shakti for infrastructure development, for giving momentum to the public investment. Okay, now PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, which was earlier inaugurated or released by this Prime Minister. The scope of the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan will encompass the 7 engines. ये जो 7 engines है, it will be incorporated in this National Master Plan, and it will also be aligned with the National Infrastructure Pipeline, so that the project can be, or the development can be done in an integrated way. So projects pertaining to the 7 engines in the National Infrastructure Pipeline will be aligned with the PM Gati Shakti framework, and it will encompass these 7 engines for economic transformation, seamless multimodal connectivity, and logistic efficiency. Now, road transport. Okay. In this PM Gati Shakti's first part is road transport. So what are the budget provisions pertaining to the road transport? The budget, the national highways network to be expanded by 25,000 kilometers in 2022 and 23. 20,000 crore to be mobilized for the national highways network expansion. Then there will be multi-logistic parks. Contracts to be awarded through PPP mode in the 2022 and 23 for implementation of this multimodal logistic parks at 4 locations. Okay, so road transport, multimodal logistic parks. Third is railways. one station, one product concept to help local business and supply chains. 200 kilometer of railway network to be brought under the coverage. The indigenous world-class technology and capacity augmentation in 2022 and 23. Then 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains to be manufactured during the next 2 years. And 100 PM Gati Shakti cargo terminal for the multimodal logistics to be developed during the next 3 years. Then Parvatmala, one of the aspect of this PM Gati Shakti included in the budget. In that, National Ropeway Development Program and Parvatmala to be taken on PPP mode. Contracts to be awarded in 2022 and 23 for 8 ropeway project of 60 kilometer length. Okay. So this Parvatmala is to be is again included. There you can see here the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. Okay, for world-class modern infrastructure. Here you can see the features of that, which is completing 25,000 kilometer national highways in 2022. Okay, so completing 25,000 kilometer national highways in 2022-23, integration of the postal and railways network, then one station, one product, as I discussed, national ropeway development plan in the Parvatmala, as I discussed, one source mobility stack in the railways, 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains, capacity building for infrastructure projects, multimodal connectivity between urban transport and railway stations. So this national master plan for world-class modern infrastructure, PM Gati Shakti Master National Plan. Okay, here you can see its highlights in the Union Budget 2022 and 23. Okay, now let's move to the next pillar of inclusive development. The inclusive development pillar has gained very importance given the recent pandemic, its impact on the economy, its impact on the socio-economically poor sections of this population, and mainly recently Oxfam international reports, inequality kills, has shown how the inequality has worsened, and it has shown the picture of the deepening of the inequality. In that context, inclusive development has gained very importance, and budget has rightly given the importance to the pillar of inclusive development. In that pillar of inclusive development, you can see its sub pillars as agriculture, health, education, skill, then micro and small medium enterprises, sanitation, housing, and even including northeast region, which is neglected since independence but given importance by the governments over the years. So in that inclusive development, you can also find that. Let's move ahead and try to find out what is budget provisions for agriculture, health, education, skill, MSME, sanitation, housing. So first, as I discussed, is agriculture. Agriculture will have these following provisions. Okay, these are the major highlights in which this sustainable agriculture or chemical free natural farming to be promoted throughout the country. Initial focus will be on the farmers' land in the 5-kilometer wide corridors along the river Ganga. Okay, then NABARD to facilitate fund with a blended capital to finance the startups for agriculture and rural enterprise. So this is very important. The penetration of the startups in the rural economy is very important, and for that purpose, NABARD will be very important organization which can facilitate or which can encourage the startups, which can help the startups, which can provide various financial, which can provide various technical capacity building support to these startups also. So in that context, a fund with a blended capital to finance startups will be there. Then to promote the digital agriculture or technology in agriculture, the Kisan drones for crop assessment and digitization of the land is one of the important step taken in the budget. And then the Cane Betwa project, 1400 crore outlay for the implementation has been provided, and under it 9.08 lakh hectares of the farmers' land to receive irrigation benefits by this Cane Betwa link project. A Cane Betwa link project has already been in news since past few years, but the budget has given importance particularly to this Cane Betwa project, given the significance of this project, and because maybe the reason is that the government specifically wants to point out the benefits of this inter-river linking projects. Okay, so agriculture and food processing, you can see here highlights given in the Union Budget 2022 and 23. So there has been a record food grain procurement and enhanced procurement this time. 2.37 lakh crore direct payment of the MSC to 163 lakh farmers. So direct payment has been started. Then promoting post-harvest value addition, consumption and branding of the millet products, because 2023 year will be international year for this millets, and promoting and branding these millets as a nutri cereals is very important for the healthy India. Then chemical free natural farming, use of Kisan drones as I discussed. Okay, launching fund with a blended capital with NABARD to finance agricultural startups. It is very important step for the overall development of the agriculture, which will help the farmers a lot. Okay, then let's move to the next pillar of this inclusive development pillar, which is giving importance to the MSME. They are contributor to the gross domestic product, which is approximately 30%, and 40% of the exports come from this MSME sector. They provide employment to the large section of the population, particularly semi-skilled and unskilled people. So under that, budget has made provisions taking into account its importance, and under the inclusive development pillar, the Udyam, eShram, NCS and ASIM portals will be interlinked. Okay, they will be interlinked. 130 lakh MSMEs to be provided additional credit under the emergency credit link guarantee scheme. Okay, this scheme to be extended up to the March 2023. This emergency credit link guarantee scheme was actually started because of the pandemic. It has benefited the MSME sector to take the loans, okay, and to grow their business. This emergency credit line guarantee scheme provides guarantee for the loans taken by the MSMEs, and its corpus was the fund was increased from 3 to 4 lakh crore. Okay, and now the guarantee cover under it has been expanded by rupees 50,000 crore to total of 5 lakh crore. So 4.5 lakh crore पहले बढ़ाया गया था. Now it has been extended to 5 lakh crore. 2 lakh crore additional credit for MSME or the micro small enterprises to be facilitated under the Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. Then raising and accelerating MSME performance RAM program with outlay of 6,000 crore to be rolled out. Okay, then you can see here the MSME growth. What are the provisions? Highlights are given. Interlinking Udyam, eShram, ASIM, extending this emergency credit line guarantee scheme. Then revamping this CGT MSE, which is this Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. Then rolling out of RAM program, raising and accelerating MSME performance with the outlay of 6,000 crore over 5 years. Then the next pillar of this inclusive development is skill development. The digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, which is Desh Stack e-portal, will be launched to empower citizens to skill, reskill or upskill through online training. So digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood will be promoted under the budget. Okay, and budget has also made provision for startups will be promoted to facilitate drone Shakti and for drone as a service. So this for the skill development, these provisions are being made. For the education, one class, one TV channel program of the PM e-Vidya to be expanded to 200 TV channels. virtual labs and skilling e-labs to be set up to promote critical thinking skills and simulated learning environment. Okay, this is very important for the implementation of national education policy also. High quality e-content will be developed for delivery through the digital teachers. See, now given the importance of the technology for education sector, because technology has helped the schools, colleges, universities, and a number of the volunteers and teachers to reach the number of the beneficiaries and students. So given this importance of the technology and digitalization process of this education sector, empowering the teachers with the tools of the technology so that they can deliver and they can perform well, and they can teach the students very well. It is very important to train the teachers. Now what is happening is that with technology coming in the education sector, education becoming online and digital, the traditional mindset of the people, okay, which have been teaching in the physical setup or offline teaching जिसको हम बोलते हैं, उनका mindset थोड़ा सा है ना रेजिस्टेंस रहता है उनके माइंडसेट में. दे आर देयर इज अ रेजिस्टेंस टू चेंज. Okay, and specifically the teachers of this primary school, high school, even colleges, they are used to this traditional method of teaching in the blackboard, in the classrooms, one face-to-face teaching. And in this context, the digital and the technology which is penetrating now, it's very important to empower first our teachers. When and only when our teachers will be empowered, the students can get benefit from this online and technological developments in the education. Otherwise, what will happen? Technology will be there, but we will not be able to exploit or use the opportunities given by this technological penetration. So first of all, government should have a comprehensive or integrated strategy, first of all, to not only just create a digital and technological infrastructure, but it is very important to train the teachers now, because the resistance of the teachers, of the traditional staffs, is such that they are not giving importance to this online or technological measures in the education. So it's very important that these teachers should be empowered first. Then, as I said, digital university for a world-class quality universal education with a personalized learning experience to be established. अब जैसे मैंने ये सब आपको फिलोसॉफी बताया कि ये सब टीचर्स के लिए एम्पावरमेंट कितना जरूरी है. So how, to what extent this empowerment is necessary, you can understand, because government is thinking of the digital university now. The budget has provided for the step for establishment of this digital university. So it's very important to provide or to create a manpower for that purpose. And overall ecosystem has to be founded based on which our digital university or digitalization of the education or online education, technology in the education can be can be helpful for the student. So first of all, let us learn. The teacher should learn first. Teacher should get the benefits of this technology. They should be empowered first. Otherwise, this dream of access of the education or the universalization of the education will remain. The quality education will remain on the paper. Okay. So you can see the educational measures is, first of all, digital literacy. They stack e-portal, high quality e-content through the digital teachers, one class, one TV channel programs, expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels, startup to facilitate drone Shakti for drone as a service, 750 virtual labs in science and mathematics. Okay, 75 skilling e-labs for a simulated learning environment. All these measures are extremely important now. We may not be aware or we may not get is important as of now, but in the coming future, this will hold the key for the development of the India, and we should get empowered learning with the new skills now. Then next, coming to our health, how health is important for the people, particularly we have understood the importance of the health in the context of this pandemic. An open platform for the national digital health ecosystem will be rolled out. Then the national tele mental health program for quality mental health counseling and care services to be launched. So budget is giving importance to the mental health. Why? The context is immediate, that is pandemic has impacted not just the economic health but also the mental health of the people. A network of 23 tele mental health centers of the excellence will be set up. Okay, with Neem Hans being the nodal center and International Institute of Information Technology Bangalore providing technology support. Saksham Anganwadi, integrated benefits to the women and children through the Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2. So, the government is integrating the schemes. So it's very important that overall benefits will be there because of this integration. Niti Aayog is emphasizing on the 3 C's: cooperation, collaboration, coordination. उसमें competition भी आ सकता है. So it is very important, to integrate the schemes. The benefits should not get overlapped. Rather, there should be rationalization so that their implementation will be easy and people will get the benefit easy, more effectively. So 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded to the Saksham Anganwadis. Then you can see health union budget in 2022 and 23. The following provisions have been made. We have just discussed that, and among the important ones are tele mental health program, integrated architecture, and 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded to Saksham Anganwadis. Then as far as sanitation is concerned, the Jal Jeevan Mission scheme of the government is very successful, and thanks to government for this mission, government has implemented it in a priority basis, providing sanitation. Okay, so हर घर नल से जल, ये जो स्कीम है, ये जो नया प्रोग्राम है, उसके लिए 60,000 crores allocated to cover 3.8 crore households in 2022 and 23 under हर घर नल से जल. Then housing for all under this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Gramin as well as urban. These are the 2 schemes for housing for all. And under the budget, 40,000 crores allotted for the completion of 80 lakh houses in 2022 and 23 under this PM Awas Yojana. You can see here the PM's development initiative for Northeast region. Okay, as I said, the development, inclusive development contains this importance given to the Northeast region also. So in that context, the funding infrastructure and social development projects for Northeast, okay, for which 1,500 crores will be there, allocations will be there. Then livelihood activities for youth, filling gaps in various sectors. So here you can see the new scheme PM development in Northeast launched to fund infrastructure and social development projects in Northeast. So this is very important scheme. An initial allocation of 1,500 crore will be there for that. Then vibrant village program is again introduced in the budget. This vibrant village program for development of the border villages with the sparse population and limited connectivity and infrastructure on the northern border will be developed. So with a sparse population and limited connectivity, their infrastructure on the northeast border. Okay, so this vibrant villages, under this vibrant villages program, the development program will be carried out for these border villages having a sparse population, limited connectivity and infrastructure on the northeast border. Then the next pillar, third pillar, is productivity, investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition, climate action. In that, first banking sector के लिए क्या provide किया गया है? So 100% of this 1.5 lakh post offices. So 1.5 lakh post offices will be on will come on the core banking system. Then scheduled commercial banks जो है to set up 75 digital banking units in 75 districts. Then for urban planning, okay, modernization of bylaws, town planning schemes, transit oriented development, better swapping policies. for land records management, unique land parcel identification number for IT based management of the land records. Then there will be AVGC promotion tax for telecom sector. Okay, the 5G has given importance. The scheme for design led manufacturing to be launched to build a strong ecosystem for 5G as a part of production link incentive schemes. Then for export promotion, a special economic zone act to be replaced with a new legislation. So जो SEZ Act है, SEZ Act, the SEZ Act will be replaced with a new legislation to enable states to become partners in the development of enterprises and services. So under the theme of this cooperative federalism, then there will be new legislation under which states will be a partner and for achieving the export goals. Okay, so this is important, export promotion. Then Atmanirbhar in defense, so 68% of the capital procurement budget earmarked for domestic industry. Defense R&D open for industry, startups and academia with 25% defense R&D budget earmarked. Okay, then sunrise opportunities. Okay, so government contribution to be provided for R&D in sunrise opportunity. तभी sunrise opportunities कौन सी है? So AI, geospatial system and drones, semiconductor and ecosystems, green energy and clean mobility systems, space economy, genomics and pharmaceutical. These are the sunrise opportunities. Okay, direct question can be asked, what is the sunrise, what are the sunrise sectors, what is its importance, measures taken by the government, measures taken under the budget. So you should give importance to this and you should understand these are the sunrise industries. Okay, then for the energy transition and climate change, additional allocation of 19,500 crore for this PLI's scheme for the manufacture of the high efficiency solar modules. 4 pilot projects to be set up for coal gasification and conversion of coal into the chemicals. Coal gasification important. Financial support to farmers belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes who want to take up the agroforestry. So agroforestry, so integrated farming system is being promoted through this integrated farming system. It's very important for doubling the farmers' income. Then transition to the carbon neutral economy में जैसे हमने देखा, there will be allocation of 19,500 crore for this PLI scheme of the manufacturing of the high efficiency solar module. Then circular economy, transition to increase productivity and opportunities in new business and jobs. You should know what is circular economy, because in 2019 the question was asked on the circular economy, or indirectly you can also mention about importance of the circular economy in the context of the climate change and environmental degradation. Then okay, 4 pilot projects we had discussed. Then as far as investment is concerned, then in times of pandemic, capital expenditure of the government has risen to a large extent. So public investment to continue to pump this private investment and demand in 2022 and 23. So public investment again center में रहेगा for increasing the demand and for boosting this private investment. Then outlay for the capital expenditure stepped up sharply by 30.4% to 7.5 lakh crore in 2022 and 23 from 5.5 lakh crore in the current year. So 5.54 lakh crore से अभी बढ़कर कितना किया गया है कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर 7.5 lakh crore, which very important. Outlay in the 2022-23 to be 2.9% of GDP. Effective capital expenditure of this central government estimated at 10.68 lakh crore. Okay. Then as far as fiscal management is concerned, fiscal deficit in 2022 and 23 is estimated at 6.5% of the GDP. Okay, last year budget में target 6.8 किया था, but actually because of the pandemic, fiscal deficit has increased to 6.9%. टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर बजट में कितना दिया हुआ है एस्टिमेशन? तो 2023 और 2022-23 ईयर में 39.45 लाख करोड़ एक्सपेंडिचर करेगा गवर्नमेंट, और गवर्नमेंट का इनकम कितना रहेगा 22.84 लाख करोड़। सो 39 और 22 के बीच में जो गैप है उसको हम बोलते हैं फिस्कल डिफिसिट। Then scheme for taxation of virtual digital assets. Okay, virtual digital assets will be taxed, so for which specific tax regime will be there, and also any income from the transfer of any virtual digital assets to be taxed at the rate of 30%. I have skipped this taxation part from the budget. Okay, it's very technical aspect. You can read it once from the budget speech of this finance minister. Just read the important highlights of that. Okay, what are the incentives provided for cooperative startups? Okay, all these things you can read from this speech of the budget. Okay, speech of this finance minister. Now let's move to the digital rupee or digital currency. Government is launching its digital rupee or central bank digital currency, and in the budget also the finance minister announced the launch of this digital rupee, a central bank digital currency CBDC, from the 2022-23 onwards. Okay, let's try to understand what is this digital currency or digital rupee, जिसको हम बोलते हैं CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, the Reserve Bank of India will launch this CBDC in the upcoming financial year. Okay, and what is this digital currency, digital rupee? It's a legal tender issued by central bank in the digital form. Okay, for example, you have a note of 100,000 rupees, 500 rupees, like that. You will not have the rupee in the physical form, but you will have that in the digital form. जैसे digital certificates रहते हैं आपके, okay, जैसे आप store करके रखते हो and you produce them before the authorities, like that there will be a rupee also in the digital form. Okay, it is similar to the fiat currency issued in paper. जैसे मैंने बताया कि जो 500, 1000, 100 रुपए की नोट होती है उसकी तरह ही होगी ये डिजिटल करेंसी, एंड इट विल बी इंटरचेंजेबल ऑल्सो. नाउ डिजिटल करेंसी कैसे रहेगी आपके पास, कैसे आएगी, आप उसको एक्सचेंज कैसे कर पाओगे, आप उसको यूज कैसे कर पाओगे, ये सब आरबीआई अपने गाइडलाइंस में बता देगा. द अनाउंसमेंट इन द बजट एसेंशियली एक्सप्रेस द गवर्नमेंट इंटेंशन ऑन क्रिप्टो करेंसीज एंड अदर वर्चुअल करेंसीज. जो क्रिप्टो करेंसी का ट्रेंड अभी आ रहा है और जो क्रिप्टो करेंसी में लोग ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, सो यू नो टू रेगुलेट दैट, गवर्नमेंट इज introducing its own digital currency. The reason behind is that reason behind having an official digital currency is that these cryptocurrencies are now unregulated, and government is saying that it can be misused for terror financing, tax evasion, and money laundering. So with the private cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ether, so these are the problems. वो Bitcoin किसके लिए यूज कर रहे हैं आप? हाँ, तो कंसर्न ये रहता है अथॉरिटीज का कि कुछ मिसयूज तो ना हो. आपके पास बिटकॉइन है, आप उससे कुछ खरीद रहे हो या कुछ ट्रांजैक्शन कर रहे हो, किस लिए कर रहे हो? गवर्नमेंट का कुछ रेगुलेशन तो है नहीं उस पे, तो उसके वजह से फिर आपको in the economy some sections are there which are always trying to take the benefit, and also security concerns are also there regarding to the terror financing. So tax evasion, money laundering, ये सब issues है or which are being raised by the government. So to avoid that, to prevent that, government is coming up with its own digital currency. Okay, so it will be called as a digital rupee, and as far as its details are concerned, you will get the information from the Reserve Bank of India. So several models proposed by the technology experts and how the digital rupee could be transacted, but a formal announcement by the Reserve Bank of India will likely detail how the digital rupee will be transacted by citizens. तो ये सब है जो ये रिजर्व बैंक बता देगा आपको. So these were the some of the following very important issues in the budget today we discussed. Okay, we'll meet again tomorrow with the new issues. Till then, goodbye, take care, and please like the video, share it, comment it. Okay, and if you want to discuss any issue, please comment so that we can prepare on that. Also join our Telegram channel. You will get the latest update from our team regarding this UPSC examination. Various notes are available there. Okay, and current affairs are updated there regularly. In addition to that, also many articles are also shared. So